Let's just fucking dive right into this.
Right into it.
Right into this episode 70.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. How are you doing? How's your shoulder treating you?
My shoulders and lats are cooked.
Yeah?
Cooked.
This means bad luck, you know that, right? To have keys on the table.
In Sweden, I think. Not where I'm from.
That's a Swedish thing?
I think so, yeah. Because
You believe in ghosts and shit?
I never heard. I don't believe in ghosts and shit.
Dude, we talked about it literally last podcast.
I don't know if I believe in ghosts. Hang on. See, we jumped too soon, dog. I don't know if I believe in ghosts. I'm just not. I'm not ruling them out. Is that what? I think that's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah, probably.
Like I'm not gonna push it.
Did you hear because we talked about UFOs last week. So did you hear the theory that's going around now?
I'm quite sure you're gonna tell me.
That is they want one world order, like one government to rule the whole world. So that's why they're trying to convince people that there's UFOs out there. So everyone is scared of, what do you call it? An outside threat, basically. So everyone gathers together to fight against that threat. And then it's one world government. That's what it's going to end up like.
So they're making it, they're trying to trick people into...
Yeah, so basically like government people have been in caves and painting just aliens. I don't know. It's just a theory.
Where'd you hear that from? YouTube? You and Eddie Bravo.
Yeah, that's a YouTube theory. It's out there flowing.
I don't know.
Because remember, wasn't it?
They say wars have started for financial reasons. Like certain things are dropping, stocks are this and that. And like, look, let's have a war.
Yeah.
Let's make some money back.
Yes.
So I wouldn't be surprised if that's the same kind of concept.
Yeah, exactly. And wasn't it Ronald Reagan that said something about like aliens? Like, imagine how quick we would drop our differences and come together.
Which is a good point if you think about it.
Yeah.
It's a really good point. So but
then also, it's smart to let people think that it's UFOs out there.
But they're also kind of, they're slowly gassing the room. If this is gonna be a conspiracy theory conversation, which I didn't know it was gonna be, you pulled me into it. If it's gonna be that one of those days,
just run with it.
It's gonna be one of those days. So
it's early in the podcast. We have time.
No, I'm just saying. But like, also, how can I put this? It's if you watch movies and shit like that, they're doing nothing but kicking out world attacks and outer world, and things. It's like they're preparing you for something.
Yeah.
They're kind of slowly gassing the room, so you're like, oh, I'm ready for it.
Slowly preparing.
Does that make
for
what I'm saying? It's kind of like outside threat. They're just like, oh, okay, yeah, we know what to do when this happens.
Yeah.
So.
Since the beginning of time, they wanted one world order. Like all the way back to the Rome era, they wanted one world government.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Now they're just planting out the UFOs.
I don't like it.
They're in there in caves just fucking...
I just hope we get trapped in the gym. And I hope the fridge is stocked. And we can do bicep curls and look out the window and be like, oh, check that out.
That's for a zombie attack. UFOs we can't do. If they come, it's over. It's over. They will get one glimpse of us.
No one is fucking coming here to be like, hey, we would like to just... We're your neighbor.
Yeah, Mars attack.
We're bringing a plate of cookies just to say welcome. No one's traveling that fucking far if they don't have a fucking agenda. Yeah. They're not.
Wonder if... No, pretty sure. There's no surface.
I'm going to start poking the bear now. Do you think they're already here? Do you think they're among us? Do you think they're dealing with the president? You think they're in cahoots with the president and they've got a deal going? And
no, but they might be so different from us that we might not be even been able to see them. They might be like a speck, and that can be the most advanced UFO.
Like Ant-Man, but really strong little guy running around?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They might be like a dust speck.
Yeah.
Because nothing says like our form is the set form on how something need to look. But aliens might be a string with thoughts in it.
No, but
it might be whatever it is.
This is going to be a lifelong question for everybody, right?
Hell yeah.
But if anyone that thinks that we're it's pretty fucking pompous. That's pretty arrogant to think that we are the only. That's the way.
It might be.
But that's what. There's no way. That I definitely believe. I don't know if it's the way they cut it in movies and all that bullshit, but there's just no way we can be it. Because if it is, that's pitiful. That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing. Unless you believe that we're someone's science project. We're not in a universe. We're in some kid's living room, some kid's bedroom where it's like a petri dish. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it depends on what you believe. But to believe, if you're believing in the universe and you think we're it, I feel bad for you, man, because you're clearly a closed-minded fucking person.
It's true.
You know,
Isn't it
and I'm
weird?
taking all the other bullshit off the table, dude. You hear me? Not little green men, any of that crap. I'm just saying life.
Yeah.
Life in general. I'm not talking about humans, laser gun, Star Trek bullshit. I'm talking about just life in general. You're an idiot if you think that. If we're as big as it is out there, as they
But
say.
we might be the most advanced out there. Because if something was more advanced than us, they probably would have visited.
Or they already did. And they were like,
Yeah, turn
that's
around.
a shithole.
I saw one episode of
This
Keeping Up with the
this
Kardashians, and they're
place
like,
is a
turn
shithole."
this shit around.
All the satellites and shit that we've supposedly got floating around the planet.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that photo?
Yeah.
Of the debris,
So much shit.
of debris and stuff
So
outside
much
the planet.
shit.
It's like you're driving by, you're like, is that fucking? Is that a
Someone
dump?
needs to go up and clean space.
Yeah.
Maybe
It might be
Donald
like
Trump's
it might,
Space
yeah,
Force.
It might be like a dump yard, like you know where everyone goes to dump their trash. They might drive by and say, "Oh, that's just where people dump their shit," and keep rolling.
Yeah.
So
I think about Space Force. He signed some papers today. He's closer to getting it done with the Space Force.
I thought, what? I've been so deep into just writing, I'm not paying attention to
I
anything.
literally just saw it. See if I can find it real quick.
You gotta give him props though, dude.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck it, I'm here for I don't know how long, and I'm gonna do as much
Yeah.
shit as I can.
At least it's entertaining. if you watch fucking the news right now, he's in like 4 different articles every single day.
But I like when I see them with the interviews and I'll ask him like in their face question, and he's like, no, that's fake news. No,
Yeah.
and you know he lies. He's
You
lying.
always blaming the fake
He's
news.
lying like a motherfucker.
I can't find it. Here it is. President Trump signs directive to create a military space force. All right, you can read it. You're a better reader.
So I'm not gonna start reading stuff. Why?
No, it's just closer now because they need to have a presence in space. So that's where you're going.
Now, do they need to have a presence in space because they're trying to keep up with another country of ours?
Probably.
Or are they trying to have a presence in space because something flew by and they were like, oh, wait a minute. You see what I'm getting at?
I think they want to dominate space from other countries.
Exactly. That's probably what it boils down to. They want to be the
Don't-
first.
Do you ever think that Russia doesn't see that and are preparing the rockets right now? You know what I mean?
Well, they were the first in space,
Don't kid
weren't they?
yourself.
But we were supposedly the first on the moon. They were the first to put shit in space.
Yeah, they put a dog in space, right?
Yeah. But they were the first ones to do like satellites and that, I think.
They were competing with the States and Russia was competing to
Because
be
I
the
don't,
first on the
I don't
moon,
believe
right?
that we've been to the moon.
I think we've been to the moon.
I don't believe it.
Why?
What's that?
Give me 3.
Okay, first of all,
Strong.
Nixon made a fucking phone call from Earth to the moon and it was clear. And I drop calls sometimes on my fucking phone on WhatsApp.
That's a good.
Or I drop a FaceTime call.
Was it like a satellite phone though? Like a real big satellite phone? Or was it just a normal?
It was a
phone in
phone call to the moon, bro, from space.
Yeah, but they're talking to the people from the moon in the.
Dude, it was crystal clear, man. I'm like, what plan does he have? Because I'd like to change mine to that.
Yeah, it's not Telia.
Yeah, exactly. It's fucking AT&T, Sprint, all that shit. I drop calls all the fucking time when I was with those guys.
This is true.
So that's why I don't believe.
An
And
iPhone
number-
is, just to point it in, an iPhone is actually, the data in
Yep.
an iPhone
Yep.
is stronger
Yep.
than
Yep.
the whole room that they have when
Yeah.
they land on the moon with
They-
computers. So that's a good point. Number 2,
Number 2, the photos. I'm like, okay, how did you take that photo further back showing me the satellite? Like, what were you on? That type of shit. There's just certain angles. I'm like, and like I said, I don't know about the, when they show the fucking, supposedly it was like a film set and all that crap. I'm just saying, I just really highly doubt they went.
yeah.
Because they haven't been back.
No, that's true.
That's another reason. Why haven't they been back yet? If they did that shit back in 1960, what,
70,
9?
right?
This is 1969, 1966, the years.
Don't quote me.
Why the fuck are they not back there now in 2019?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So there you
It's a
go.
good point.
That's it. Mic drop.
But then again, how many people were involved with the...
Because China's on the dark side right now, aren't they? They're hanging out on the dark side of the moon.
They're growing shit up there. They're growing like plants up there.
Yeah, so
on the dark side where
supposedly
the States never went. No, but imagine how many people there was working with the moon landing. You're telling me all of those people are
dead.
keeping
They're
the
dead.
secret?
They're dead.
They killed everyone?
Shit happens, man.
Shit happens. This is true. No, it's too.
I refuse to go down those type of rabbit holes and then get to the point where it's like, I just personally don't believe certain things I watch. I'm like,
Yeah.
and like I said, that phone call really turned me off. I'm like, dude, he was in the Oval Office. Did you see him? He's like, we're very proud of you today. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Weird thing about the old videos and shit like that is how they talk.
Yeah.
They always
Yeah,
talk-
see, yeah.
Yeah, they always talk weird.
It's like, why the fuck was that? So
No, but
there-
I think it's too big and too many people were in on it to be able to lie about it. That's what.
were there too many people in on it though?
Yeah, there was a lot of people in on it, and then it has to be a lot of people that you had to shut down.
I'm not saying, God, this is such a dumbass conversation. I'm not saying shooting the rocket into space. I'm not saying all that. I'm saying landing, all that shit they did and come back. Have you seen some of those videos
when they go
when they're on land, when they're on the moon?
Yeah, it looks weird. I get yeah, it looks weird.
Look, I know the gravitational pull, all that shit's supposed to be different, but there's just certain things that's like
With
that
the
looks
flag
really
that's
weird.
blowing and it's
Not
no
even a
wind.
flag. Like there was one, the way the guy popped back up.
Yeah.
It looked like he was on strings.
Yeah, I've seen that video.
I mean, there's a difference of
that was a lot of,
even if it was lighter gravity, I get it, but it was like, brrr.
and the fact that they used videos and photos that they took when they were training and filled in the background and used that in the magazines. But that might have been because they didn't get clear photos in space, so they used those photos.
But it's safe to
That's
say
real.
that you talk to anybody, I'm quite sure they'd rather see the real photos that are kind of crappy than nice glossy photos that aren't the real thing.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like the bitches now on Instagram, baby. Leave the filter out. Let's see what you're working with.
Exactly.
I think we'd appreciate it more. Same
Hashtag
concept.
no filter.
Same concept.
The funny thing was that some
Fuck the airbrushing. Have you seen some of those apps now?
yeah.
They can take the wrinkles out. I mean, you can get it on your phone. It's like that fast. Whiten your teeth, thin your face up, bigger your make your eyes bigger, and then
Never.
you post it.
Never go on a
Ladies,
date
stop.
with someone from Instagram that you only saw in photos. Don't go on a blind date with them.
Yeah.
They may look
But what are they-
completely different.
But what are they thinking? Okay, when I meet him, he's not going to notice.
Exactly.
I mean,
That's
I'm
my
quite sure
point.
guys are doing it too.
Hell yeah.
Losers.
There's some guys.
Losers.
We used to send each other guys.
Losers.
That's on there.
Do you know what I'm saying? But it's like, why? Oh, he won't know. I'll just,
I'm just going to brush this off.
It's like, you want me to be honest to you.
You want the
me to
tension.
tell you the truth. Be honest. Be an open book. But everything about you is fucking fake. Your photo's not real.
Hell yeah. No, that's weird. When they're
So-
brushing their faces, their
You
asses.
see the ads. You can see how quick they're showing it. It's like, whoa, dude.
Yeah, go on YouTube and see how much you can do with your body in Photoshop.
Yeah.
You can look like a supermodel.
Yeah.
Everyone can.
Well, I forget who it was. I remember watching. I really respected her for this. This was years ago. It was you know who Jenny McCarthy is? She was like a
yeah.
big sex symbol in the 90s, like blonde bombshell kind of
No,
a
I
thing,
don't
right?
know.
You see her, you probably recognize
Yeah.
her. And she was on a
Jenny
talk,
McCarthy?
Yeah, she was on a talk show, and they showed an ad, and she looked great. She was in a bikini. She was tipped to the thing, and she was just like typical cookie cutter, what you want.
Yeah.
And they had actually brought a poster out to show her, and she was laughing, and she's like, "Well, let me show you how it really goes." And when I was surprised she did this, and she grabbed a marker, and she was like, "I was actually bloated. I was on my period." So she's like, "They cut this. I had acne. They fixed this." And she went through a list of things, and no one had done that before.
Ooh.
And I think she did it just for young girls.
Yeah.
To be like, look, you
Good
need
for
to.
her.
Yeah, dude. I mean, she's gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. The woman is beautiful. I haven't seen her lately, but I'm quite sure she's still got it going
She
on.
got killed after
But for her to
after her
do
interview.
that, no, you hear about her once in a while, but I was really impressed with that.
Yeah.
So that was really healthy because there's just that illusion there that,
Yeah.
yeah, if you got to use filters, I mean, I understand changing the color. Fuck, we do it for photos for the gym all the time, but
But airbrushing and taking shit off your body.
Because you'll see a photo sometimes, you're just like, wow, you look like a doll. Your eyes are really big.
Yeah.
Because isn't that like the style now too? Have you noticed that? Like these women are making their
Chinese
eyes,
people
like
are
they're
doing
getting
it.
surgery and their eyes look like fucking.
It's big in China. They're doing eye
Balloons,
surgeries.
just like-
eye surgeries to make their eyes bigger.
Yeah, they're all looking like that new movie girl. What's her?
Alita.
Alita.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like weird.
That's a new look.
But it's fucking creepy.
Big eyes and thin hair.
Yeah.
Like it looks like a
Like
fucking
an alien. Yeah.
Whoa, dude.
I think we just hit a nerve.
You know what the theory about the alien shape of the head
You're out of your tree again today.
is actually a futuristic shot of a human, because we don't need to use because we will be communicating through our thoughts. So our head will get bigger and we don't need our mouth. So that's going to be smaller. So we're going to have this weird face.
Who told you that?
I just heard it on YouTube.
Bro, you got to read a book. You got to get some.
I'm reading a good book.
But I don't even know what it is. But of course we're evolving. I get that. We're becoming more streamlined, basically. That everything does that. But I think that we're going to end up like that. That's a long way off.
Yeah. We're not going to have sex. We're going to producing through our
Rub
some
fingers.
weird shit. Yeah. That's why
I'll call you later.
exactly.
Back to
Swipe. Not with you. We'll be swiping with your
Oh my god.
your eyes, your big fucking alien eyes.
That's crazy. Or maybe there'll be dog ears with face, like on the Snapchat.
Yeah. Oh, I hate that. The dog ears. It's annoying.
It's funny, but like
It was funny 6 months ago. It's on filters. I'm not even gonna go
but there's
down.
some. Yeah, fuck it. You know what? We're in it. We're in the mix, dude. Let's just make it a dumb one today. But like, well, they're usually dumb in a funny way.
They're
but like,
always dumb.
but women
We'll
are
kid
just
ourselves.
killing these filters, man.
Yeah.
They are, and it's the women. I'm sorry, ladies, if I'm not wrong.
Dude, once in a
It's
while
like those
you
butts that
no.
butts that are filtered.
Once in a while you go through Instagram and you see a guy with the dog ears. And you're like, you need friends.
No.
You need all the friends. You need a guy friend to tell you, hey Brad, what the fuck's up? I don't know, Shad.
I was just gonna say, Chad. That's so funny. Well, shit, man. Well, yeah, I don't.
Once in a while, they're popping up.
But then it also boils down to, hey, man, do what the fuck you want. But I think that's the fake.
I don't know what it is with me and seeing like guys that are so fucking serious on Instagram, like standing with shirt off and looking down, like looking mysterious,
looking
and
at his
shit.
cock line, the cock root.
I don't know what it is in me. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? You need friends. You need someone to tell you, or you need to get. This is what it is.
What's different if you're a model and you're selling something?
Yeah, but a lot of these.
I've got male models that are. I mean, I've got friends that are male models.
Yeah.
and they actually. They're selling a watch or they're selling.
That's
clothes.
the difference.
But I mean,
That's
the dude
different.
that's like
But if you go,
working down the street at fucking.
sometimes I go down the rabbit
Whole
hole. I
Foods and-
see some on Instagram, and then I go to his page, and it's only like picture of him.
Why would you do that?
Of him, and I always think like someone needs to take those photos of you. So you basically took a bunch of photos and you were standing like that and you were looking down. You decided which one was the best one, and then you posted it, and then you put a fucking stoic quote from Marcus Aurelius or something under it. And I'm like, fuck, man. You need friends. You need to do heavy back squats. But you're already doing heavy back squats because your body looks amazing.
Or
But
does it? It could be a filter.
it could be a filter. But it's something about men that does it. I don't care about women.
Have you seen the app now with the ads? The abs. You can put abs in. Have you seen
No.
that, dude? I shit you not. Are you kidding me? You haven't seen that?
We will run out of business, bro. The gyms won't be around. It's
Dude.
just filters.
Who the fuck? It's like, I mean, God bless whoever's creating them. I mean, you're smart. I mean, it's pretty cool that they can do it, but then you're also like, everything is fake, dude. Everything is fake now.
The worst
People
one.
get their news from Twitter first. People get their news from YouTube first.
Yeah.
People get their news from IG.
I'm reading as well, Bo. I just don't want to dive into that. It's about the lost civilization.
But I even
That's
said
a
it, like,
deep
you know,
conversation.
you look at when you look, we've said this before, you look at your IG, all right? And then you just see a certain someone that's popping up left and right in your feed. You're just like, okay, what did they do? Because all of a sudden they're getting all this attention.
Yeah.
That's scary though when that becomes your news.
Yeah, because I saw that the guy that created Gucci or whatever, he died, so he popped up everywhere. That guy.
Well, rightfully so. I mean, he was an artist. I mean, there's certain people. That guy moved the needle.
Yeah, but
he moved fashion.
You don't even have to read it to know something is up with him.
Yeah, either
Like,
they're
that
fucking a
motherfucker
kid, or they died.
Yeah.
Or they're flat Earth believers or something, or you know. But no, that type of stuff.
Flat
I get
Earth
it.
is dying out. That belief is dying out.
It's not flat. It's round. It's hollow.
They think flat earthers also think space is fake. So what the fuck?
Yeah, because supposedly they believe that we're in a dome.
Yeah.
Flat earthers. They believe the ice is around, like Game of Thrones deal, the wall.
Yeah.
And then there's a dome. And then the Earth and the sun are just
what is outside
spinning
the
around.
dome, though?
Exactly.
What is outside?
If you get outside you probably
sounds like the Truman Show to me.
You probably climb over the ice, right? If you take a boat out there, and then you hit cold, black
emptiness,
and then you just walk. And that's it. And
that's like the Truman Show.
And you figure out that you're on a table.
It's like the Truman Show.
You're someone's project. They got a lamp over you, and they're growing their weed next to you.
Yeah.
Right. And there's a couple of energy drinks there, and you're like there. You know, little dish that you keep.
Need to be outside.
Yeah, a little dish that you keep your turtles in.
Yeah.
And they just go around the circle. Maybe that's it. And then when you get out, it's nothing. Why not?
I immediately think of the Truman Show when he's sailing out in the water and it's a storm, and then
That's what it was. It was like
and then he's walking on water, then he just walks out.
How the fuck did I forget about that? Like
the Truman Show.
What it's about?
Good fucking movie. That's a good movie.
Mm. But then again, that's a
possibility. That's a possibility with this whole world.
Why do you think that people are so fascinated by that type of stuff? You think it's because their life is shit? Not shit, that's a harsh term, but you think because they just want something different, this doesn't feel right?
Because I think it's a possibility that it is. Like even scientists says it's more likely that we live in a simulation than not.
Yeah.
So it's a real possibility.
Well, they broke down the spaces, zeros and ones.
Yeah.
That's
trippy as fuck.
Because I believe Neil.
Yeah.
If Neil tells me that, I believe him.
If Neil is on that stage, I'm going to listen.
Exactly.
And he's the one that broke it down, so...
Yeah, he was the one that said it was... Well, I saw the panel that he was with when they said that. Because even he was like, wait, what? And because the scientist that he was talking to, you could tell Neil deGrasse respected him. You know what I mean? You could tell he was really listening to him. And he's like, we did tests and we broke it down and we blah, blah, blah. And it turns out it's 0 and 1s. And Neil, you saw him literally pause and he goes, whoa, what?
Yeah.
And then he told him again and he was like, are we in the... Like, you could see he woke up.
Because
he believed... Yeah. Right, and for him not to question someone... He knows that person knows his shit.
Yeah.
Because he debunks everything.
Yeah.
So when Neil said it, so you never know.
No.
But why do you think that is? Why do you think people are so, anything's possible, right? If you really think about it. But why do you think people get so drawn to things that are outside the realm and that becomes their belief?
It's fascinating. I don't know.
Is it fascinating or do they just not feel good where they are so they want to believe in something else or...
I don't know, but I believe it to a certain point.
Well, look, if we grew up believing and there was proof that the earth was flat.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then some jackass came along and said, what the fuck are you talking about? The earth is round. Maybe they would be getting the pushback that the people are getting for flat earth.
Probably.
Or hollow earth or what. I mean, let's be real.
Yeah.
And right now, how would it really change your life? Let's say breaking news tomorrow. They were like, you know what? We fucked up. The earth is flat. How would it change my life? Because I wasn't getting on a ship going anywhere.
No.
I'm like, I can't go now. I mean,
imagine all the bookings to the ice wall. Everyone would
But
go.
you feel me though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you follow what I'm saying.
We would do a podcast from the ice wall next week if we heard that.
Yeah, because you're into
Live from the ice wall.
Only because you're into Game of Thrones and you're like, I'm going to see a dragon. Let's be honest.
No.
Yes. You went to Spain.
You want to see the fucking ice wall.
No.
Yeah, I went to Dragonstone. Yeah, I'm in
The only reason I'd want to see the ice wall is the chance of fucking the Dragon Queen. That's it. What's her name?
Khaleesi,
Yeah, there you go. That's the only
Mother
reason
of Dragon.
That's the only reason I'd go.
breaker of chains.
Okay, don't get carried away. But you see what I'm getting at. How would it change your life?
They wouldn't. He would not.
Except for a bunch of people saying, I was right, you were wrong. Okay, I'm still going to get up tomorrow. It's not changing.
No.
Now, if I wake up and they're on the news, they're like, a meteor is coming and we've got 35 days to live, I'm going to start sweating a little bit. Then shit gets real.
Yeah, and that could happen any day.
Exactly.
Any day.
Like that type of shit I get. But it's like, okay, well.
And it happened before.
If it turned out it's flat.
Yeah, but the meteor stuff,
And
that happened
I still got bills.
before. That
Yes,
happened
we all know
before
that,
a
Tom.
lot.
Yes, we do. We know that.
It's like the Earth is
Are you
having
telling
a,
me or you're just like speaking up?
No, it's like the Earth having a reset button. Like once in a while, it has to reset everything and go back.
That's why I told you
That's
that.
why I believe we've been this advanced before.
But that's one of the reasons why I enjoy, when I say enjoy, why I respect hurricanes so much growing up in the islands, because hurricanes have a way of throwing all the shit
From the ocean.
that man dumps in the ocean back on the beach, and it's like, take your fucking shit back. So it's like a purge. It's like
true,
all the
yeah.
shit. Dude, after a hurricane, you go on the beach, you see shit. The ocean's like, get that fucking shit out of here, man. So that's why I'm not against the planet resetting itself. I do agree with that completely.
Yeah.
But I'm saying those type of things I would sweat. I wouldn't give a fuck. Woke up tomorrow and they finally figured out that it was flat. Like, oh, okay. I still got bills. I still got clients. I still got shit I got to do. I still got 2 kids I got to deal with. Like, you understand what I'm saying? It's like, that's not going to change my lifestyle at all. So let it go. Let it go, people. You're just looking for a reason to hang out and talk. And
It's weird if you think about that. We're a fucking round fucking ball hurling through space, spinning
are we though?
in infinity.
Now I'm being a dick. What's that?
In infinity.
Well, what about
We're
the
a
other-
fucking hurling ball spinning in infinity.
What about the other belief of Hollow Earth?
I don't even know about Hollow Earth.
You never heard of that?
Give me the blueprints.
That was a big thing for a while. I don't know if it died out or not. They believed like some pilot back in the day took his plane through a hole in the top of the Earth. There's like a hole. Basically, it's like a shell.
The Earth is?
Yeah,
What's underneath though?
it's like a cutout. It's like, say this is the
Yeah.
Earth. It's hollow.
Yeah.
There's a hole at the top, a hole at the bottom, and it's. But I
But
know
what's inside though?
a whole other world.
Just nothing?
A whole other world.
Oh.
How I know, right?
I remember.
It's like, dude, whatever they were smoking, can I try some? Because that's some dope ass shit. What you were on.
Hey man, I walked into your room once and you were watching people going into caves that they were actually saying was the cave that led to the Hollow Earth.
What I watched, no, you're right. What I watched before that, before that was they found a whole other sub-world in Vietnam, I think it is. Another, basically,
In a cave?
It's so big, it was so huge, it had its own atmospheric pressures and temperatures and stuff like that. So it is another world,
Whoa.
but not like that. But that's documented. Like you can get lost in it. It's miles and miles and miles. It's got its own temperature, plants.
What?
Yeah, this is legit. It's in Vietnam or one of those countries down there.
Have they gone any further with that?
I didn't. I was just watching.
I never heard about that.
No?
At all.
I'll find out the link and we could chat next time about it because I don't want to
Yeah.
say the wrong shit. But I was fascinated by it.
Holy shit. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
I was like, that's really. But see, that's the type of thing. That's what gets frustrating. Like, that's real. That's legit. There was video cameras in there. There was people in there. People are going there to see it. But that falls between the cracks.
Yeah.
And then but that's legit. Like you and I can get on a fucking plane right now and go.
Yeah.
No one's going to
Yeah.
argue and say it's not real. But no one hears about it. But we're hearing about Hollow Earth all the fucking time now.
Flat
It's like-
Earth.
and no one can
Space
prove
is
it.
fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That type of shit does bend me a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, the real shit no one's really giving a fuck about.
No, we have
That's
the real shit.
amazing that it has its own temperature. That's amazing that it has plants in there that no one has seen before.
And the ocean is a whole nother
Exactly.
shit.
Everybody wants to go into space.
Yeah, go
and
down.
Go in the ocean.
Yeah, go in the ocean.
Yeah.
Experience that.
Yeah.
There must be some shit down there that we don't know about.
You sit out on the beach and look at the ocean. That's a whole nother world, man.
Yeah.
But it's because it's in your face every day, it becomes background noise.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're used to it. But if
Exactly.
you really sit down and think about it, what's more like a flat Earth it's not that trippy to think about if you think that like I said, we're a ball spinning through infinity with a thin layer of gas that's protecting us from everything that's outside. That's if you really think about that, that might as well be fake as well.
You know, the only thing, So
You never know. Oh, we're going down a rabbit hole today. This might be the dumbest podcast we ever done.
You fucking started it, dude. I just sat down and say hi.
Oh my God,
you
we're
started
dumb.
it, and you're recording.
People are
this.
listening to this and like fucking idiots.
If they turned it off already, I don't blame them because I would have turned this off already too. I'd have been
Oh my
like,
God! I just caught myself when I said that.
I would have been like this. I'd have been like this. Oh, you know what? Let me see what Trump is doing because these two idiots. Thanks,
The
bro.
fuck are
I
they
appreciate
talking
it.
about today?
You become who you hang around.
Oh my
I'm fucked.
God, we're
Yeah.
stupid.
We. What, you got a mouse in your pants? What do you mean we?
You fucking never in on it. It's not like you're quiet.
Oh.
God.
So anyway,
what's else?
you want to try and save this podcast?
Yeah,
or what?
let's talk about Ted
Go ahead.
Bundy.
You're doing such a good job. So go ahead.
I watched the Ted Bundy documentary. Shane Gear from Flat Earth and Hollow Earth. And
To skulls in the fridge.
yeah. I didn't know how fucking
Wait,
evil
that's
that
Jeffrey
guy.
Dahmer.
Yeah. No,
He-
this guy buried his victims.
Yeah, Ted
In the
Bundy.
woods.
Jeffrey Dahmer ate him, right?
Yeah.
Jeffrey. That's
Yeah,
they're all
so-
fucking crazy.
Yeah, Ted Bundy though, he murdered 36 women.
Dark hair, blue eyed guy, right?
Yeah.
Kind of good looking, kind of crazy.
charismatic as shit.
Psycho. Okay, now
Yeah.
I got him. Okay.
Yeah.
Because all that shit happened back in the 80s. So it was like if you didn't catch it on the news,
No, that was 70s.
was it 70s?
Yeah, he was around in the
it's gotta be late
70s.
70s, but he didn't die till the 80s, correct?
No, they executed him in
84.
84.
Yeah, so that's what I said, 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, late 70s, early 80s.
But he was murdering all the people in the 70s. This motherfucker, he started murdering people where he went to school. And then he switched states. He went to Utah, murdered a bunch of people there.
The Mormon state.
Yeah, and he was a part of the Mormon church and shit. So everyone loved him there. And he started murdering people there. Then he went to Aspen, murdered people there, and went to Colorado. He went everywhere and murdered people. And then they caught him because he was driving weird. So, like, they caught him by accident because he was driving with his lights off and shit. And then they figure out he was Ted Bundy. He was convicted of, like, one of the murders. And this motherfucker was in jail and escaped once. And they brought him back. He basically escaped into the woods, stayed there for 7 or 8 days, and then he walked back into town because he was hungry. And they caught him again. But then, when he was in his jail cell, one night when they gave him his food, they didn't notice he was asleep. And then they came back the next morning, the food wasn't touched. And then they pulled the sheet off, and it was just books, like a fucking movie. And he went through the roof and escaped again.
No.
Yeah. So he went
Are
from...
you sure about this?
Yes. I saw the documentary.
Well, it doesn't. Oh,
Dude, he escaped through the roof in a little by the lamp. So he escaped through the roof, went down the apartment of the officers, put an officer suit on, walked out the main door, took a bus, and ended up in Florida, where he murdered 2 more, injured 3 more girls, injured 3 girls, and then he finally got caught again for driving weird.
that's kind of boss though. They got
Yeah.
out like that.
But it was so weird because he was back in the 70s, so the police wasn't working with each other through the states.
Other states, right?
Yeah.
So once you cross the line,
Yeah, exactly.
you're
So
all
you can
over
basically
here.
go murder here and then just switch states, and no one would know that you murdered back there. So finally, he got caught. He got caught 3 times for driving weird.
Was he on?
He was a bad fucking driver, apparently. And the weirdest part, when he was in court, he represented himself because he didn't want to listen to anyone, so he represented himself. And in the courtroom, it was filled every day, obviously, and it was a big
Didn't he have
news
kids?
story. He had I'm coming to that. In the courtroom, there was all these girls in the audience. Like girls that wanted to see him because he was a good-looking guy.
No, I
and a
remember that because I
fucking
always
murderer.
get him and Dahmer right? Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey
Confused,
Dahmer.
like, because it was
Yeah.
all kind of like, just kind of thrown together. So I get them confused. He was the clean cut looking one.
Yeah.
Dahmer, I think, wore glasses, had blonde hair, right?
But Dahmer wasn't bad looking either, I don't
No,
think.
okay, I'm not trying to fuck either one of them. I'm just saying, like,
Dude, girls
am I
are.
wrong? What is with that?
No, that's what I'm coming to. The fucking courtroom was filled with young girls, exactly the same age that he murdered 36 of.
So he was just.
So they were in the room, and he was smiling at them, and they were
I bet he
blushing.
was, right? He's like, I'm gonna kill you, crazy bitches,
Yeah.
after I fuck. What?
And they were like blushing and shit, and they interviewed them, and they was like, it's something about it, it's exciting, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Women, I'm sorry, ladies, but y'all got fucking issues.
Yeah, and he never.
But what is with that?
I don't know.
Maybe it's like,
The
if I get
weirdest
him, I can
fucking
fix him, I
shit
can change him
ever.
and make him.
I think it's in our. I think it's because it's in our genes. Because if you go back in time, that guy would be a good protector, I guess.
Yeah, but then he's also scraping your brain out, and
But then again, he's murdering women.
exactly. So
It's not a little, I don't know what it is with that. It must be something like I can change this guy. I think you're right about that.
The two brothers. Remember the two young brothers that killed their parents for the money?
Yeah,
This was like in the 80s too. They fucking had a storm of women chasing them.
yeah, yeah.
Because I've heard this more than once of serial killers or psychopaths on fucking death row, and they are getting mail. Like, they are turning ass away like Brad Pitt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, they are getting it thrown at them like
Even
they're
the
in a
fucking
rock
making a
band.
murderer guy got the ass thrown at him, and he's not a good looking guy. Stephen Avery.
No.
But
He looks like a plumber. No
He
offense
was-
to the plumbers out there. I'm just, no offense. Just most plumbers, when you bend over, you got no pants on. But that's
No,
fine.
but it was so fucking weird that all the audience were girls in the same age that he murdered. And they were like, oh, when he's looking at me, I get scared. And am I next?
There's guys out here busting their ass 9-to-5 job, trying to get a decent place. Go to the gym, get a 6-pack to pull a girl. All you gotta do is kill a few bitches. You good to go, bro.
Exactly.
You be beating them off. No, you're Monday. You're Tuesday.
He had a blast in the fucking jail.
It's fucking crazy. Because they're making a movie about that too. I think I saw a preview for a Ted Bundy movie.
Yeah, Zac Efron. He's playing Ted Bundy.
Is he really?
Yeah. I like Zac Efron.
He's pretty funny, actually.
Yeah.
Shit.
He's a good actor.
But we got to figure, why is that though?
I don't know.
What is the
It's
attraction,
so
ladies?
fucking
Ladies,
weird.
we're asking you, what is
Yeah.
the attraction?
Why do
I
you
know
want to
like-
fuck a murderer?
I know you like bad boys, but
That should be a documentary. Why
Yeah.
girls want to fuck a murderer.
yeah. Yeah.
That's a documentary waiting to Netflix is gonna drop.
That's
that
an
next
episodes.
week. Yeah.
Not a movie, episodes. Like
Yeah.
season 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, but you rarely hear about serial killers nowadays because they get caught after they murdered the first one. But he really had a problem. He murdered 2 girls in.
But it's also so much though.
Yeah.
Now there's so much going on that you probably hear about it, but then the next news comes.
Yeah, but get
then
Get this, how
you
sick this
only,
fucking
but you hear
guy
what I'm
was.
saying to
Yeah.
you? Like, I think now with the way news is and media is, you get everything thrown at you.
Yeah.
Where 10 years ago, 15 years ago, it kind of trickled out on the news.
Yeah.
So it was a big deal when you heard about, oh my God, someone got murdered. But now it's every other fucking. So
Yeah,
you don't
this
have
is true.
time to
Yeah.
really soak something in.
No, back in the 70s. And yeah, that's a good point because he got caught in Florida.
Homeboy
And-
too. What's his name? Sorry to cut you off. They're making. You would tell me they were making a movie about that. Charles Manson. He had ass too, left and right.
Tarantino.
But all those bitches he had.
Yeah.
He had like 4 girls that got committed.
He got 3 girls that did the
3
murders
girls.
for him.
And did you see them in interviews? Yeah, well, those bitches were spaced out.
Yeah.
And they weren't on anything.
No.
Because they were in court for a long time, so they were sobered up. Those girls were like, yeah.
They were manipulated as fuck. He never actually murdered anyone. He just ordered murder. He told people to murder
That's a
people
boss.
for him.
That's a boss. Don't get his hands dirty.
No, but it's right. What you say about the news is getting out there quick because he was on the FBI's most wanted list. Ted Bundy was, and he got caught in Florida, and it took over a week before and then it identified him as Ted Bundy.
And if I remember, this is memory trying to serve correctly, he was electric chair, right?
Yeah.
He got put in electric chair.
He
I
got
think.
fried.
Or did he? Okay, he didn't get injection.
No, he got fried.
electric chair.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there were people in there who were just so happy to see him burn.
Yeah, because wasn't there like people out? I mean, if I'm wrong, correct me.
They had a party outside.
Yeah, that's what I thought. They had like
college
burn,
people.
motherfucker. Yeah, okay, all right.
And they said
yeah,
it's weird that these people are here because they were 10 years old once this murder happened. So it's not like that affected their lives, and that's just a recent party. It's Florida. People don't need much of a reason to party in Florida. Like someone is getting burned, someone is getting fucking the electric chair. Let's go party!
Oh, Florida, I love you, but you're the lost souls.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Not a flat as in Florida, I heard.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, that was a intense documentary.
So he killed them. Bundy ate them.
Yeah.
He put them in the but he was killing. He was gay, wasn't he, Bundy? I think he was killing.
This is Ted Bundy.
No, not Bundy. Dahmer. He was killing them and putting their parts in the fridge. And I think he swung both ways. Like he was bringing young guys home.
Yeah.
Getting drunk at the bar.
Yeah.
I think one of them got out, or a woman got out, and she got away because he was drugging them, wasn't he? That's how he played.
Ted Bundy, a woman got away from him as well. And she was testifying against him. She was a key witness.
And you said he had kids.
He had a kid in jail, actually. When he was on death row, he had a crazy bitch that supported him, and he actually proposed to her in court because she was on the stands, and he was questioning her, cross-examining her, and he was like, "Will you marry me?" She was like, "Yes." And then they had a baby in jail. He fucked her in jail.
Boss!
I don't know, that poor little girl.
Guys, you got to pick your game up. There's dudes out there with some serious rap.
That girl is been a stripper ever since. That poor little
Did they
dog,
talk to her?
His daughter.
Because she's probably, what, in her early 30s?
40s now, probably 40s, 50. I don't know if she's alive. I was actually about to Google that, but I never did.
No, she can't be that old, dude.
And he never confessed until like 3 days before he died in the electric chair. He always said he didn't do it. And then finally, like 3 days before they electrocuted him, he confessed to every murder. All the 36 murders.
Yeah, because he wants to go on the other side with a clear conscience.
Yeah, probably.
Day late, dollar short, motherfucker.
Ah, that was fucking weird guy, though.
Imagine getting put in an electric chair, Tom. I think they shave your head. They put a
They
fucking
do. They shave your head.
bag
They shave
over
your
it.
leg.
Dude, they shave your what? Is it because they wrap something
Yeah,
around your?
they shave your calf, your right calf, I think. Because they put something there as well.
Just imagine, dude, because you probably don't go right away.
No.
And you probably
Dude,
smell
that's
yourself
pain.
burning, and you're like, "Fuck, I messed up."
And they actually said they had a woman
Oh,
bring her in a black hood just to fucking revenge him real good.
She was probably like, "Chung chung."
Yeah.
Chung chung.
It was like messing with him, getting him in a little bit.
I wonder if no. Jeez.
And one of the guys that were in there, he hated him so fucking much with a fucking passion, and I don't blame him.
A guy, inmate or?
No, a police officer.
Uh-huh.
And he was in a town where a 9-year-old girl got murdered by Ted Bundy, and he hated him so fucking much. And he said Ted Bundy did this with his fist when he was electrified, and he was like, all I can think of was how many girls had that fist harmed. And he was so happy.
How many girls? What? Sorry.
How many girls did that hand harm when he was sitting like this and dying?
Yeah.
Bad fucking dude. Bad dude.
But you see him in photos, if I remember correctly, and even if you didn't
Dude,
tell
if
me.
you see him in interviews, he's charming. He's fucking
there's
smiling.
But you could see.
Yeah, there's something about him.
Yeah, you could see.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you weren't told, you could be like, that guy's a little off.
Yeah. But you probably wouldn't think he was a murderer.
No. But you'd be like, he's
something's off.
Yeah, he's a little off.
I can't put my finger on it. And his mother never believed he did it before he confessed.
That poor mother, man.
Yeah.
Imagine thinking your baby did all that.
Yeah. And she never believed it before, but then he confessed, obviously. So, and then she got. This is the weirdest. They wrote a book about him, so they went in jail, and they actually got him to talk in third person, basically like the book, the fucking this guy, the guy that slit the throat, O.J. Simpson, the book he wrote, If I Did It. So he talked about it himself in third person, and they wrote a book about it, about Ted Bundy. and they played all the clips to his mother, and she was sounding weird during the clips. And then when they turned the recorder off, immediately afterwards, she was just like, "Who wants apple pie and coffee?" Like nothing. So she was kind of weird as well.
Well, dude, that's probably her trying to fucking. She's not registering it.
No.
Man. She's trying to like push it under the rug.
He was conceived outside marriage, and she actually left him at a orphan home. Then she went home, and his grandfather convinced her to go back and pick him up. And he found those
she knew
papers.
he was the fucking devil.
Yeah.
She knew.
And Ted Bundy found those papers when he was like 7, and they said father unknown and shit.
So that might have snapped him.
I don't know.
Probably not. It's in you, dude.
Yeah. Something was
weird.
off with that guy. There was probably some fucking brain chemistry or something. Something was just off. Because he had the urge to fucking murder people. He couldn't help it. He said it was some outside voice told him to hurt all these women.
Like Son of Sam, the guy said the dog made him do it. There was a dog barking behind the building.
Yeah.
The Zodiac killer, right? Isn't that the same? Yeah, I think that's the same guy.
I think so.
Yeah, I think that's
A lot of fucking serial killer in the 70s.
Yeah, and because it was fucking the day of good acid and shit, dude.
Yeah.
They were fucking, yeah.
Everyone was.
LSD, they were losing their shit.
This fucking big clown that just
Free
murdered
love,
gay people.
bell bottoms,
Yeah.
painting little fucking flowers on your face.
Peace and love.
Woodstock, everyone's fucking everybody, dude. Passing the drugs
Everybody's
around.
fucking 70s. Good old days. Imagine
Apparently not.
Apparently not.
Jesus, everyone was getting murdered, dude.
everyone was getting murdered or fucked.
Shit. Yeah, or murdered then fucked.
Yeah.
One way or the other.
Yeah, he fucked the corpses as well. He confessed.
No.
Yeah, he did. He fucked the corpses.
Did Dahmer, he just killed them and ate them, or was he having sexual?
I need to watch documentary on Dahmer before I can speak on that. Like Ted Bundy, I got nailed now. I didn't know. I knew about it obviously, but
Right.
didn't know that much about the whole case.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting to see. But that he escaped twice, and the fact that he escaped the second time and murdered more people, the fucking jail should get all the shit in the world, and they didn't get that much blowback.
Well,
They
that's
let
what
him
I'm
go a second fucking
Yeah.
time, and he murdered 4 girls.
But that's what I'm trying to say is like back then, it was a whole different. The media was completely different. So you
Hell
heard
yeah.
about this, but it was almost like when we spoke about the rock bands and stuff. They were
Yeah.
fucking gods because unless you saw them in a concert that night in town,
Yeah.
or you caught something on the news, you couldn't go online and watch a show. They were in a magazine and. So all this shit when it happened was the same way back in
Yeah.
the 70s and 80s. Not like now where you can go online and learn about these things. It was like either you watch the news or maybe they made a show.
Exactly. If someone is murdered now, it's on fucking social media.
Because
like this.
documentaries back then were like 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Or, fucking animal shows and shit like that. It wasn't free information all over
No,
the
no, no,
place.
no,
So, fuck, that's wild, dude.
Yeah. When he escaped the second time, he actually went to the Rose Bowl, watched some American fucking football, stole a car, drew down, and
My
ended up
man.
in Florida. Finally.
He said, fuck it, warm weather.
Yeah.
Tits and ass.
Yeah, he actually said that. It's better to be a fugitive in Florida because of the weather. I can't deal with it in Colorado because it's too cold. Like it's better to be in Florida because it's warmer, and it's better when I don't have any money.
So he spoke to who again in the third person? Who was he talking to?
He was talking about someone that wrote the book for him, that was interviewing him in jail.
But doing it third person meant that he could just say everything that happened. But
This
then
is probably how I would do
Exactly,
it.
that's what I'm saying.
So we
So he
never
was
really
able-
confessed, but he...
Okay, so he was
talked
wide
about-
open, but
yeah.
it was also talking. It wasn't me. I'm just saying So basically, he was like, "I would do
Yeah,
this.
this is
I would
probably
have
how
done
he
that."
did it. This is probably... He probably walked out again
What?
up to her, and he was weird. He was so weird. Such a fucking scary guy. And all the girl that got away, she actually said, because she fought him off, and she actually said he had really blue eyes. She said his eyes were black when I fought him off. How fucking scary is that? His eyes
Dilated.
were fucking black.
Fucking dilated.
Yeah, like the devil. Whew. Bad dude, huh?
Sounds like some serious drugs, bro.
I don't know if he did a lot of drugs. He smoked a bunch of weed when he was on death row. his girl put.
Weed don't make you kill no one, man. Weed gives you reasoning, bro.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
I mean, he smoked weed and drank booze in jail on death row. Just blasted away. His girl brought it in vaginally, and he brought it to his cell through his anus.
And then smoked it.
Then smoked it.
Damn. Stank skunk weed, bro. Good God.
Yeah, and 70, you didn't clean your puss. Some stinky fucking weed.
Well, they didn't shave back then, right?
didn't
So it was like
shave.
there's like a
Barely cleaned
Yeah.
themselves.
it was like a button on a fur coat.
Hell yeah. That's what people was so fucking high all the time to endure.
Jesus, dude. Yeah, I always laugh at that. When you watch those old 70 videos of like Woodstock and you see the naked guy, he's got no hair on his body and then he's got a fucking raspberry bush between his legs.
Yeah.
It looks like, you ever see The Hangover? When homeboy jumped out the trunk? Oh,
Biggest bush and smallest cock.
but he had, that's what I said, it was like a button on a fur coat. You know, that's
So
he
true.
had, dude, he had not, the only hair he had was on his head and his cock, and he had more hair on his cock than he did his head.
Girls started shaving in the 90s, right? That's when it started shaving.
Maybe late 90s.
Because that's in the Wolf of... No, 80, late 80s maybe.
That's so
'Cause
funny.
that's in the Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, that's the best part of that movie to me, dude. Oh, you could fucking burn the rest when that dude jumped out the trunk and started dropping motherfuckers left and right
I'm
naked.
so scared. Fuck.
Oh man! So look,
That's
when
a
you get
good fucking
when
movie,
you
though.
watch Jeffrey, let me know.
Yeah.
Follow me up on that one
Probably some documentary about him.
because I remember
Out
that
there.
one kind of stuck. I was like, that's creepy because I think he putting shit in the fridge and drugging people, and that was really weird because he drugged them.
Remember I told
Wasn't he
you...
a nurse or some shit? God only fucking knows, right?
I don't know what it was.
But he was using drugs to put the.
But I told you, I watched a show called Dark Tourism, and they actually went on a Jeffrey Dahmer tour where they were walking around and see where he murdered all the people, and it was only girls. They wanted to fuck him. They went on those tours. They were like, he's so hot and shit. Oh, it's so weird.
I mean, I understand it's like, you know, that danger.
Why
thing.
do you want to
Ooh.
fuck a murderer?
No, like I said, you want to, you know, everyone loves a bad boy, right?
Yeah,
Women
but
love a bad boy.
it's a
But it's like,
fucking
that's
lie
the
to the
line.
bad boy.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like,
Couple tattoos and you punch a guy. That's a
yeah,
bad
that's
boy.
a bad boy, you know.
don't need to murder 36 women.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
I don't know what to fucking tell you, dude. That's
Different world though. back
daddy
then.
issues. They probably had no daddy in their life.
Who? The girls?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably where Ted Bundy's daughter, she probably hit the strip pole at 15. She's the queen.
Well, look, think about 80s, 90s. She's probably
She was born
40.
in
She's probably 40.
She was born in 70, 80, maybe 80, 82.
Yeah, okay. So she's like 36, 37, maybe, maybe
Yeah.
40s. That's crazy, dude.
She's 6 years older than me, probably. Damn.
She's all. You should Google what's happened to her. She's probably
Fucking
like,
no, they fucking electrified it way later, I think. What do we? Maybe fucking was.
Well, you watched the documentary, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Don't bring me fake news.
I said
man.
84, but I think it was probably 89 because I remember thinking, oh, I was 1 year old back then.
You keep talking. I'm gonna find out.
I
I'm gonna
think it
check
was
you.
later.
I think they killed that motherfucker like in no later than 88.
No, I think 89.
But
I
that's
think it
me
was
talking
89.
shit. Is this like a?
We need a guy to Google for us. We would sound so much smarter if we had a guy to Google for us all the time. That's half the job in this place. No, I think it was 89 because he kept on going to court to make his sentences longer.
89. You're right.
Yeah.
January 24th, 1989. Place of death, Stark, Florida.
Yeah.
Florida State Prison.
So I was way off on that. 89. Because I remember thinking, oh, I was 1 year old when he was executed. My parents probably watched this on the TV.
I just tapped in Jeffrey and Jeffrey Dahmer popped up.
Yeah. That's the
Let's see
first
when-
Google search.
Let's see when he got killed.
Did he get the share as well?
About to find out.
Do they still do death penalty in the States? They do. They don't do the share now, right? They do injections.
I think maybe certain states,
Yeah.
but it's not.
Florida doesn't, right? Florida don't give a fuck. Florida is probably the last state you want to get caught in with something like that. They electrified you real quick.
The bosses in Florida, dude, they're fucking hardcore.
They just need a reason to party. That's why they're executing people.
He died of a head injury.
No shit.
November
In jail?
29th, 1994. He died of a massive head injuries. Suffered sometime between...
Someone probably beat him to death.
Of his shit.
Yeah.
By a fellow inmate.
Yeah.
At the Columbia Correctional Institute.
That's it.
He died at 8:34. 17 victims. His cause of death was homicide, severe head trauma. So someone fucked him up.
I always like that guy from...
Because they don't like that shit
That guy
in jail,
from Boston.
dude.
Whitey. The guy that...
Whitey Bulger.
Yeah. He also got killed by an inmate.
I worked with one of the cops that brought him down.
No way.
Yeah, he was a security guy at where I worked in the Bahamas. He came down to run security right before I left.
Yeah.
And he had to fly back for the court.
Whoa.
For the court case, whatever it was, and he was telling me about it, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I think I've heard that." And he's like, "Yeah, there's a book out." And then he gave me the book and read it. And he was one of the main guys that brought him down.
I watched the movie.
He's
The cops fucking
dude.
created
He was an older
him.
dude from New York. Like just the way he carried himself, like he was like, he's older and in the game for a reason.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like a great guy.
But he was working with the feds.
Yeah.
Whitey was.
No, Whitey was, but this is one of the guys that brought him down.
Yeah. But wasn't it weird? Because they knew what he was doing. He was murdering people left and right, and they didn't bring him in because he was
turning
an informant.
He was turning other people in so they would look away from what he was doing, basically.
Yeah. That's why he got killed as well, because he was a snitch. And inmates don't like snitches. Snitches get stitches.
Yeah. But what I was going to say about...
And he got beaten with a sock with something in it, and they beat the shit out of him.
Beat with a cock.
They probably fucked him as well. Dude, they
Skull fucked him. No, what I was going to say was, but in jail, man, I've heard that. Like, when it comes to rapists and child abuse, they don't...
No.
For some reason, they have a law. They're like,
Yeah.
we're going to fucking get you in jail. So even thieves have a code. Criminals have a code to a certain point.
The first report of Bill Cosby came out, and he's having a great old time in jail, he says. People are helping him walking around. He's probably people probably love him in there.
Really? Are you fucking with me right now?
No, he has a great old time in there. Because he was set to a special... He wasn't around the inmates in the beginning, but now he's in a normal... He has a cell without a roommate. He has a special cell, I guess.
Yeah, but he can't see shit.
But when he's around, people are nice to him. He's having a grand old time, just hanging around.
No, he's not. Don't get fooled.
That's what he says. That's what the report says.
Don't get fooled. So the one thing I did see on the news recently that was kind of weird, because I've been like just in my own shit, is that the Empire actor. Did you hear about him?
Oh, yeah. The faked attack. Yeah. He's trying to start up some shit.
Why? You're young, you're good looking, you're doing well. People like that guy supposedly. I didn't know who he was until then, but he's really liked.
Everyone is turning him around now. The black community is turning their back to him. The gay community is turning their back to him.
That's what I'm trying to say is, I'm so glad you said that, because that's when I watched that's what went through my mind. The black community's got to be like, motherfucker, people like you are putting us back.
Yeah.
And that's in every race.
We've been fucking fighting this fight forever.
That's in every race. And then you come along and you know what I mean? That's because there's people... I mean, I'm not saying nothing no one knows, but don't get me wrong, there's other races that are like, haha.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So the community must be like, you motherfucker. So I don't blame them turning their back on him. And the two guys he hired are brothers. And they're jacked. Do you see the photos of them?
Big guy. Big
One's his
dude.
trainer. Yeah, I bet he is. Training him how to suck. Yeah. So I was
how to suck this dick.
I was really upset when I heard that. Not that I'm a fan of his, but I was like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
You're fucking putting yourself...
And he said
you're putting your people back. You're putting...
Make America Great Again hats on. Try to strangle him. And he fought back.
They put a fucking noose around him and beat him down, supposedly.
And in the interview, he was like, no, I fought back.
At 2 a.m. in the morning, he was walking from a club, and
And he did it in Chicago.
But
You don't think Chicago cops will figure it out?
So what happened though? Did the two? Because the one part I didn't understand was how did it come to light? Did the brothers decide to say "fuck it"? We've got to turn ourselves in.
No, all of it was weird. And the Chicago cops,
That's what I want to know.
they will always figure shit out. And they were like, this doesn't add up. So they will started questioning him, and he refused to turn his phone over to the cops because he said he wanted to protect the
Idiot.
contacts he has on the phone. Because he basically made some phone call or whatever during that time. He I don't really know about that, but it was something with the phone that would make it look real.
Yeah.
But he refused to turn over the phone.
Well, like I said, dude, I mean, people with common sense and half a brain will look at him as an individual and be like, what a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But there's a majority out there that just sees a race as a whole, and they're like, see?
Yeah.
That's just the way they are. Like, you understand what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And it's just like, come on, dude.
And also with the
You don't have to be a role model. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Just because you're in the limelight, people say you're a role model. Well, I understand that some people are, some people aren't. But at the same time, you do have a responsibility to a certain point. Yeah. Especially if you're from a minority where you're getting ahead and you're doing well. And it's like, fucking right, man. Like, the best thing about Obama being president, and everyone gave them shit because he was black. Remember, a lot of people came down on that?
Yeah.
In my opinion, it was like the best thing about it is like black children growing up have seen a black president.
Yeah.
So they're like, I can be a president. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was what was always good about that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like,
That's moving the needle.
Exactly. Like, seeing that. Even with young girls, if we have a female president, I think it's great for young girls. 'Cause like, oh, we can do it.
Yeah. But
once the door gets kicked open, it gets flooded in.
But get a good female representative.
Of course, but you
Not
don't-
Hillary.
No, but you do understand what I'm
Fucking
trying to
murder.
say. But you do follow what I'm trying to say to you, right? So that was what hurt me the most personally as a person. I'm like, you idiot, dude. There's probably some young black kid that looked up at you and was like, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
And then you do that. That's how you have to think, and you're in that
weird.
position. But why?
He didn't have to do it.
No, his career wasn't hurt.
No.
From what
he
I
wanted
get.
publicity. He just wanted some.
But why? Like,
He wanted to look like some kind of hero or something.
then there's something wrong with you to begin with, then, man. Because
Sociopath.
I got the impression he was doing well.
Yeah, he was.
It's not like he needed the money or his career was going down the toilet.
He was on Empire. Who was doing a killing on him?
Yeah.
I don't know what got into him for him to think that would.
Because there was a big when Yossi, how you say his name? Jussie?
Who?
His name. It's Jussia. Yossi. I'm slaughtering it. I apologize. I do. But when that happened, so many actors were reposting him and supporting him and being behind him, and it was like, you're damn right. Who the fuck does that in this day and age? You still got assholes out there, but most people are like, what? Why would you attack a guy walking home by himself at 2 a.m.? You fucking.
They do the same mistake that I do all the time in this podcast. They read the headlines and then they just repost it.
Yeah,
it was the same thing back a couple of weeks ago with that native guy that walked up to this young college student with a drum, beating a drum, and that college student was just standing there looking at him. Remember that video?
Mm-mm.
That got so much.
Sorry, dude, I'm a little selective, but that's okay.
No, but that little teenager got so much hate, and people were just calling for his head. And he's a fucking teenager. And if you actually watch the whole video,
yeah,
that native guy is walking up to him. He's not walking up to the native guy and starting shit. And like famous people were tweeting like, have you ever seen a more punchable face? And this fucking kid is 15 years old. And people with blue checks and people with power are calling for like his address and calling for violence.
Yeah. But that's like anything. It's funny because you have to, we're going back to social media again. You have to tag, wait for it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if you're watching something and nothing jumps in your fucking face within 3 seconds, you're on to the next. You just look at something else.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is true. It's like, unless it's in my face right in the first couple of seconds, I'm going to take what I think it is and move on to the next thing.
Yeah. But the funny thing about that story that I talked about with the native standing in the face of the teenager was that the first photo that popped up was from Russia, from the fucking farm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Russia is trying to start some shit up. But it's weird now because I heard an interview with a military guy, and he said he started with shouting on the internet, and now they're calling for violence against like left versus the right. They're calling for violence. And next thing is going to be the guns.
Yeah.
They're going to start shooting.
Yeah.
It's going to be fucking war.
Yeah.
So it's scary. It's more scary than you think it is because it's so sensitive now.
Yeah.
And they're actually calling for violence. The left always been this peace and loving side that's not for violence, but now they're like punch a Nazi in the face. Remember that? Like they're going up and punching people. And then the next thing this military guy said, he's like, I'm afraid that it's going to end up with guns. Like people are going to start shooting against each other.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have a fucking war.
Yeah.
So people need to fucking stop with the sensitivity. It's destroying everything.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, it is bullshit.
Because it's like that really, that news did frustrate me with the actor. I'm not trying to go back to that, but it was just like,
what are you doing?
Yeah, it's like there's enough shit going on, dude.
What the fuck are you doing?
You know how much energy he could have put into something more positive?
Yeah, exactly. We always talk about this with people that do weird shit. Weird shit.
Shut.
Weird shit.
Shite.
Shite.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
Probably we're saving this world with this podcast.
What's that?
Probably we're saving this world with this podcast. Doubt it.
We're saving
This may have
Is that
been
what
the
you said?
dumbest
we're
episode
saving,
ever.
No, I highly doubt that. There's some dumb ones out there.
Yeah.
Don't flatter yourself. No, just kidding. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
We're saving the world. Keeping it real.
Yeah, minute by minute.
Minute by
episode
minute.
by episode.
Yeah.
Episode 70 now.
Yeah.
When we're on 100, we fucking saved it.
I don't know.
No. And they actually say now with the social media, we're talking a lot about social media today, but like with young girls, the suicide rate went up 50% because of social media.
Yeah.
Just because girls are waking up in the middle of the night and seeing someone like another photo, someone talk shit about them. It's like, I'm happy I didn't grow up with that.
No, but at the same time, though, that's where, as a parent, if you think you're going to be there every second of your child's life, you're high.
Yeah.
But I do think that you can inject as much as you possibly can. And with my son and my daughter, we do talk about social media. We do talk about IG, and they play their little things with their friends, but they know it's not real. It's like, who gives a fuck? I mean, we laugh about the blue check.
Yeah.
Who really gives a fuck if you have that or not, or what does that make you? It just verifies whatever.
But we're old. Imagine a small girl that's like 11.
But that's where
social media is her world.
But that's where your parent also needs to kind of be like, because I'm quite sure her parents are on social media.
Yeah.
I'm quite sure her parents have IG. Her mom might be the one doing all the fucking ass pics for all you know.
Probably.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, I believe they hear you later. When you're talking like whatever, Dad, they hear you later. Yeah. They do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm always pushing that with my kids. Yeah. My kids know that it's more of like just a fun sort of thing, and like it's not real.
Yeah.
There isn't.
No, I don't give a shit about it. I don't give a shit about any.
No, but for kids though, I'm saying
but
you
it's
can't.
So dangerous for kids.
Yeah, but also you can't save everyone. But I do think parents have a way that they can at least be a little more like.
Yeah.
These followers don't matter. I mean, they do, but they don't. Like, you understand what I'm saying? No one's world's going to end. If I don't give a fuck who you are on IG.
Yeah.
If you today said, I don't care if you were the most important person in the world, you're like, you know what? I'm deleting my fucking app.
Yeah.
My account. It's going to be okay.
Yeah. You're going to live. But then again,
but that needs to be fed to your child. That needs to be fed to your child.
Yeah, but I don't think it is. That's why a lot of girls especially, because boys don't. Boys, there was actually a study. Girls using the phone for social media.
Yeah.
And boys are using it for watching porn.
Okay.
Or playing games.
God bless them.
I think I said this in the podcast, but
I kind of wish I had that when I was little, so I could look at porn.
I'm so happy I grew up without the phone.
You can look at porn
so
whenever
fucking
you want.
happy.
Yeah. Because I grew up, you had a phone call, you better run to the fucking house.
Hell yeah.
You got a call coming. Other than that, I'll see you in the street, man.
Exactly. I call you,
wanna
at
find me,
3.
you
sat by the phone
yeah,
at 3
you want to talk to me, you got to come around the house, man.
Yeah.
No, but like I said, if you're a parent that gives your child a phone, because I don't know, and most 11-year-olds that can go buy their own phone, right? I have to get my kids there. We have to get their kids their own phone. Then you need to be like, I've given you a phone, but then you can't just walk off.
No.
You might as well hand them a gun. Like, you have to say, this is this is that. That's not real. And I think that's where the parents fall short.
Yeah, I think so. But I think also it's hard for parents to get that, because when they're in school, that's probably all they talk about. I don't know how it is in school now, but that's probably, how many followers do you have? I think that's a big, huge thing in school.
Of course, but that's, unfortunately, there's adults that feel that way too.
Oh, hell yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is that's when you talk to your kids.
Yeah. But do they listen though?
I think they do.
Yeah, hopefully.
I think they're going to do what they want to do, but I think it's that this shoulder, someone sit on this shoulder, and they're hearing, and if they have that balance, then I think they're going to make good choices. Not everyone will.
No.
They won't, but like, I think it depends on how you talk to your kids.
Yeah.
But then I'm also one of those parents that I'm constantly involved with my kids when they're on that phone. Like, what do you, like, I'll go in there, like, what are you doing on your phone? And she's like, oh, I'm talking to so-and-so. Like, they try to do a 24-hour challenge the other night.
Yeah.
They both passed out.
Yeah.
Because her girlfriend was at our home, and they set up some shit in their room, and they had the phones, and they were basically keeping each other up. And then when I walked in there, they were both. I looked at the phone. One of the one on the phone is passed out, and my daughter's passed out, and they were only like 2 hours in. You know what I mean? So, but I think if you haven't got they want you to. I think your kids want you to be a bit
in there.
They want to be told what to do, and not what to do, but like I don't know. I think you can help. I do believe you can help.
Yeah, you have to.
You know what I mean? Just to let them run to their own devices with that type of stuff. I think that's that's your fault.
Yeah.
You know? So I mean, come on, back in the day, what kid had a phone at 11?
No one.
Seriously.
No one.
I saw a kid with an iPhone 10 back in the day, not too long ago. I'm like, fuck, I got the 8.
What if I saw
and he looked at me like,
I saw
a little face. Like,
I saw a 7-year-old pay a gum with his fucking Apple Watch.
He told me that. That's funny.
I was like, fuck, I don't have that.
Yeah.
All right, it's a weird world, and we're
parents monitor your kids, because you don't want them to be talking to some creepy grown man's or woman, if you're whatever, catfishing your kid, or you know what I'm saying? Like, get involved.
Yeah, get involved with your kids and their phones.
Because I think it's bad enough that your kids are in school all day with someone else teaching them.
Yeah,
I hate that.
Yeah.
Then when they come home, I'm not going to stick my kid in front of a fucking iPad all night. That's no.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, so whatever. Maybe that's just me.
No, you're right. You're right.
Say that again?
You are correct, sir.
You get me so wet when you say that.
All right, let's finish this. We have shit to
Goosebumps.
do. Goosebumps.
Ciao.
See you next week, people. Bye.